There's something up here. I looked through the binoculars and I don't know what it was. Oh, where are you? There you are. This thing. What is that?
All right, so maybe this isn't what we think it is. In my mind, I'm thinking all sorts of things. What I'm about to zoom in on blew me away, though. And to this day, 5 years later, it still blows me away. I just have no explanation for what I'm seeing here. The only logical explanation would be balloons. Now, I started videotaping this a few minutes ago. If it was a guy on a jetpack, which everybody thinks, then it would only last a few minutes. But look at this. Look. That could be a guy on a jetpack. But when I looked through the binoculars, it blew me away. Had a yellow goldish helmet. Looked like an underwater mask. It had scuba tanks on the back, 2 of them. It had black shoes, or these octagon-shaped type of shoes with a hole in each bottom. And same with the 2 little tanks. I call them tanks. I don't know what they are. They had 3 holes on the back of them. So it was like 2 scuba tanks and then 3 holes equidistant apart. And I think that's how the object moved. It also looked like it was sitting in a harness, kind of like a jetpack, with like a high chair table type of apparatus where you lay your hands on it and you work the controls in front of you. It's very, very weird. When I looked through those binoculars, I was changed for life. And the video here doesn't do it justice.
Looks like it's got a pack on the back.
But let's take a look. I mean, look at this. You got the legs swaying in the wind. You got a definite object heading from left to right at a very slow pace, maybe a walking pace. This object was extremely high. When we did balloon tests, when Discovery Channel came out and they did the debunking on this, we had an apparatus that was 10 feet by 5 feet, and after a few minutes of releasing it, we couldn't even see it anymore. And we waited, and I followed it with my camera, and nobody else could see it but me. And this object, you couldn't see it unless you had great eyes like I do. But look at this, man. If you were standing next to me, you wouldn't be able to see it. It was small, and it was all red. It had a reddish hue around it.
Look at this horrible music.
And at one point, the object actually turns around, and I've got my camera on a tripod, as you can see it here, bouncing away. And if you ever sped this up, if you sped up the speed by ×2, you can see that this object is like on a rip line, or what are they, zip line or something. It's going in a perfect path. There's no wobbling, no meandering, nothing. Look at this thing. I mean, if that's not a person or a humanoid from another planet, then it's our government. Look at the feet. Look how they just swing about. You know, I've seen balloons before. I've seen them, and I know what they look like. And you can see here this object's turned around. It's actually going backwards. This is great. You could actually see the tanks. That's what I was talking about. And you can see them there separating. You're looking at the back now. And then here it is in slow motion. You're going to watch it turn. And it's going to, you know, fly back normal. Look at the feet. I'll take a screenshot here, and you can see that there's 2 feet. Some people may want to call these balloons, but look at that. I don't know. I think this thing uses its feet and the jetpacks on the back, or whatever apparatus it has. This is 1/3 the speed. And that's how it propels itself. And when I looked through the binoculars, it looked like it was a scuba diver flying through the air. An old-fashioned, like 1930s type of scuba gear. You know, it looked like the Michelin Man. Look at this thing.
Oh, I wish I could get it better.
I was amazed at what I was looking at. I really could not believe what I was watching. I honestly kept saying, it looks fake, it looks fake.
This is
and
weird,
then periodically,
man.
as you would see here, the object will be out of view. I'm looking through
Weird
with my
looking.
binoculars, trying to get
Red
a
on
real clear image.
right?
And obviously here, I find it. You can tell I'm using the tripod there.
Going down.
This camera is from 2000. It's a 2003 camera, a Sony TRV, and
This is
it did
weird.
not have motion
Under the
detection
clouds,
or,
they're only a couple
you know, a
thousand
stabilizer,
feet.
OIS,
I
an
can't believe
optical
this
image
actually happened.
stabilizer.
I only see one. I'm looking around for another one. This thing is so weird.
Just wild. Wouldn't you think it would tip over, you know? If it would. I mean, look what time it is. It's 8:30 in the morning.
It looks alive.
Nobody's ever seen anything like this before. There.
Look at this.
That's about as far away I wanted to get. Without. Now, I'm close to the house here. I think I am. No, actually, I'm in the middle of the yard. I'm about 10 feet away from the house. And at one point, I moved the camera because it starts to go behind the house, and I go further away in the backyard to get away from the roof of the house. And then you'll see the object change direction. Yes, that's right. It changes direction and goes back from where it came. So, I know the logical explanation would be that there are no flying aliens, and I'm on board with that. But the slightest chance that this could be some sort of alien or government experiment, and to capture it on tape like this could be one of the fewest things in history that we will ever look back on and say, thank God somebody got that on tape and we can verify it
Through the
now.
binoculars, there's a light on the top of it.
Guys, we did balloon tests. We've done every type of test
Looks like
imaginable.
this is something
We sent up dummies. We sent up a couple of hoaxers. We sent up all different types of balloons. Balloons shaped like an alien. Balloons, you know, shaped like a person. We set up balloons that had a big head and a smaller body to give to kind of stabilize it, to see if we can get. I mean, we sent it up in identical weather conditions, identical clouds and everything. Temperature, it was just perfect, and with no breeze. The object we sent up was wobbling all over the place, and we had a pretty stable. I mean, when it got up there, it just was crazy. It was wobbling all over and then out of sight. When we sent up the little humanoid doll, the little alien doll, it spun around in circles. It wouldn't even stay.
Oh, I got it.
You know, it was like the head was nailed down and it was spinning around.
It's now moving
This
more away from it.
Is going in a perfectly straight line. Part 2 is coming up here soon. It's going to blow you away. I get a nice shot here before I just... Now here I think I'm going to lose it, so I get in really close. It's flying backwards. But it's still flying in the... It's like scanning the area. It's just scanning and turning and looking around. There, now watch. So cool. Alright, don't forget to watch part 2.